Hey you guys, it's me Keisha and I'm here with tonight's All Tea All Shade Real Housewives of Dubai Season 1 Episode 5 review. Hey you guys, if you have not copped anything from my Keisha capsule collection, we still have a few pieces left over. These are all the items that we have left in stock. We literally only have a few left of each of these. So if you haven't copped anything, please head over to prettygirlparlor.com and cop you one of these fly ass looks for this summer and use my discount code Color Me Pynk 20 or Pink 20 to get 20% off when you check out. Love you guys. Please support so we can get rid of these last few pieces. Now let's get into tonight's review. So we start off tonight's episode with Brooks in this fabulous pink fringe feathered embellished dress, and it was giving me life. You know, my favorite color is pink. She looked awesome. Loved the dress. Now the wig, however, once again accosted my eyes. And I don't think I would go so in on her wigs if it wasn't for the fact that she tried to make fun of Ayan's wigs when her wigs look equally as bad. This motherfucker was lumpy as hell in the top. It was giving me Rocky Road ice cream. The part, once again, is just wide as all outside. You see where they put the concealer. Like, I need for whoever that did her intro wigs or her confessional wigs to do her wigs for the show. Get you a good lace front while you're filming if you're going to wear wigs all the time instead of just slapping one on real quick. Like, you too fabulous for all that, sis. So she then goes on to tell her cousin, who she met up with that day, that, you know, she's still working on her spa and that she gave the contractor 6 months to get it finished and that it's her ex-husband that's doing everything. So they're there to meet up with Phaedra Parks, honey, who is late but arrives in a full Versace ensemble. So they're sitting down talking, and the topic of men come up because Phaedra wants to know, like, what's the men like over here in Dubai? And Brooks goes on to tell her that, you know, yes, Muslim men, if you date a Muslim man, they are, you know, allowed to marry more than one woman. But the gag is that if they do marry another woman, they have to get permission from the first wife. And they have to be able to give the new wife the same lifestyle that the other wives or wife has. If they cannot provide the same lifestyle, then they cannot have multiple wives. And I was like, well, okay, that sounds like a good time to me. I ain't got to deal with your ass every day. I get to have the same lifestyle, bitch. Yes, add me in, bitch. I'll be one of many, goddammit. So Phaedra, like, you know, she want to do more business with the cousin over there and invest. And while she's there, she wants to kick it with the girls and everything. So Brooks was like, she's going to take her to the indoor ski little thing that they have at the mall there. And then strolls by a one-eyed black cat. And I'm like, Phaedra, the devil is a lie. I would have got the fuck out of Dubai right then and there, goddammit, because that's an omen, goddammit. A black one-eyed cat I'm up out of here, bitch. No. If that ain't a sign, So then we see Lisa at home with her beautiful boys, and they're feeding Miss Goat. And Lisa was like, you know, boys, the goat got to go home to, you know, her mama soon. And, you know, her second son starts to cry. He was like, no, you know, and she was like, okay, we'll keep him for another week. And the little boy was like, no, another year. And Lisa is like, I'm going to kill Ayan, because, you know, that's a lot to take care of a fucking goat. I don't blame her, but now the boys have become so attached to this damn goat. It's cute, but then again, it's not cute. So Lisa sits down one-on-one with her husband, Rich, and tells him what happened at the party and how Caroline came at her, telling her husband, Sergio, that now you one of them, and I hope she suck your dick tonight. And Rich was like, who did? baby. And he was like, shit, I'm happy I wasn't there. And she was like, exactly, because you would have went off on her. And I was like, okay, now I see why Lisa with Rich about that life. Rich was like, look, don't engage with people like that. We're talking about a 50-year-old influencer here. Child, I hollered because that was the read of the century. The read of the century. Like, Rich, you did not have to do that lady like that. But then again, you did have to do her like that. I was like, okay, now I get why him and Lisa are together. They both shady as hell. So Lisa was like, it's illegal to be, yelling and cursing and stuff like that over here in Dubai. But I just got to let her know, don't fuck with me. And I'm like, exactly, period. Fuck Stanberry. Who the fuck is she? Nah, ho, you ain't gonna talk to me like that. Nope. Caroline has Ayan come over for dinner, and she and Sergio cooked, and one of her sons walks by and whispers, is this the one you don't like? So I'm like, either they listening to your conversations or you be talking about her in the house. Like, and I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So Ayan arrives dressed like a fabulous Cinderella. Like, I was like, yes, give me a fabulous period piece ensemble. And they sit down and talk, and Ayan brings up the fact that Caroline, wants to have another baby, and her son was sitting right there. So she was like, okay, love, you can go back inside. And so she whispers like, they're not very keen on us having a baby. And she was like, I'm not really a family oriented type person. I'm really prickly. And Caroline goes on to say that she went to boarding school pretty much her whole entire life. And so that's what really shaped her to be who she is now. Somebody that's very cold, very detached, kind of like soulless. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no light in her, at all. And so, Ayan goes on to say that she doesn't think she'll want to have any more kids because giving birth was painful. And Sergio was like, I would do anything, to have a baby. Like, he really wants a baby. And Caroline says, well, he's going to be, the parent. Like, as soon as I have the baby, he's going to be doing everything. And Sergio, like, giving her this look like, is this bitch serious? And I'm like, yeah, she's dead ass serious. Like, why would you want to have a baby with somebody who obviously don't want to have a baby, don't want to fool with it for real, just telling you off rip that she don't want to really have anything to do with this baby. And even Ayan in her confession was like, why would you want to have a baby and give it to your husband to raise it? She was like, maybe it's a new millennial thing. She was like, oh no, but she's old. Woo! Ayan and Rich then got Caroline ass together tonight. So as they're sitting down having dinner, Sergio then asks Ayan, did Lisa tell her like what happened? And she was like, yeah, she was just like confused on like, how everything transpired. And Sergio then lies and said it was like, yeah, it was like a lion coming out. And Caroline was like, oh, and Ayan was like, who? And they both say in unison, Lisa, trying to make it seem like Lisa was being aggressive and had an attitude and everything towards Caroline. I'm like, are y'all fucking kidding me? So that goes to show what I said on the last episode was that after Caroline said what she said there about, I hope she suck your dick tonight, and walked off, and Sergio followed her wherever they went. They had a conversation that we gon' act like you didn't do shit. We gonna act like you never said that, because we all know that looks bad, and we gonna try to pin everything on Lisa. And I think that that's some fuck ass shit, some real fuck shit. Like, you supposed to be so real, stand in your shit and stand on what the fuck you said. And Sergio pussy ass up here following in behind her, knowing damn well what happened and knowing damn well that your wife was fucking wrong, but he's so goddamn girly that he gonna do whatever the hell she tell him to do. And so Ayan then invites them to her birthday party. And I was like, don't invite them. We do not like them. They cannot sit with us. We do not fuck with them at all. Sarah takes Nina to her home. In their culture, they meet up every Friday to, have dinner and spend time with each other. And in Nina's culture, they do the same thing, but her family is back in the States, so she's not able to do that with her family. So Sarah wanted to kind of give her a piece of being back home with her family. And, she knows that Nina misses their culture. So they go to Sarah's parents' house, beautiful home. And she says that, they're all about, Emiratis are all about, their home smelling good and everything. And that they do not cook indoors. They cook outside because they do not want their house smelling like food. I was like, okay. So the Emiratis and black folks got that in common because, black people do not like their house smelling like food. No, ma'am, Pam. So, they have a really good time. They reminisce over, old photos and everything. And it was just a really nice time. Then we see Lisa and Ayan meet up at the mall, child. Ayan feed her, so she took her heels off. I was like, girl, I don't blame you, even though that's nasty. I don't blame you because heels are a fool. But I was like, I know you trying to have a moment with your outfit, so why would you wear some sky high heels knowing you was about to go film at the mall where you got to walk a country mile? But it is what it is. So they sit down and have lunch with each other. And Lisa tells Ayan what happened with Stanberry at Nina's party. And Ayan is shocked because, remember, she wasn't there. She was off trying to find Lisa's phone. So she was like, she said that to you? And what's her name? Lisa was like, yeah, she asked me, did I want to suck her husband's dick? I was like, well, from what we saw, she didn't say, do you want to? She said, I hope that she sucks your dick tonight. She didn't ask you if you wanted to, but whatever. Either way it goes, the statement was still crass and unnecessary and foolish. So Ayan was like, maybe she doesn't do that. And Lisa was like, she says she doesn't. And Ayan was like, oh. But then Ayan gonna talk about some ill, like he's a child. I'm like, y'all are stupid. So Ayan then tells her that she had dinner with Caroline and Sergio. And I don't know why she didn't tell her, or maybe they just didn't show it, what they were saying about Lisa at the dinner. So Lisa was like, oh, that's good that, you had dinner with her. I'm happy that she's not one of those friends where, like, if I got a problem with her, you should have a problem with her, type situation. Because we grown at this point. You do whatever you want to do. But at the same token, you better watch that hoe. And if she say anything out the way about me, bitch, that's when you better not fuck with her. So it's ski day at Ski Dubai. And Brooks, her cousin, and Phaedra arrive first. And as they're putting on their skis and everything, Brooks tells Phaedra that Lisa and Caroline don't get along because, she wanted some tea on what's been going on. And so Phaedra was like, do they know that each other is coming? And she's like, no. And I'm like, here this bitch go stirring the pot once again. She is messy, messy, messy. Just like her wigs is messy, Brooks is messy. So Lisa arrives looking so cute in her little outfit. I think she had on like a Versace like little ski suit or something like that. And so she's told by Brooks that Caroline is coming. And she looking at her like, bitch, really, we don't get along. Why would you do that? So even she calls Brooks messy in her confessional. So Caroline and Sergio arrive. She don't go nowhere without her chihuahua by her side. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Every time we see Caroline, we gonna see Sergio attached to her hip. Jesus. He like gum on the bottom of her shoe, just go everywhere. So all the ladies end up putting on a ski suit from Ski Dubai because Phaedra didn't have her ski suit with her. So when Brooks told her about going to the little thing or whatever, she was like, I'll put one on with you. So Lisa did as well or whatever. But Caroline was like, no, I'm not putting that on. And Lisa was like, everybody else is being a team player. Why can't you? She was like, I don't want to. I'm not putting it on. I'm not going to do that or whatever. And Lisa was like, girl, like, it ain't that difficult. Like, why you want to do all that? And she was like, if I don't want to put it on, I don't have to put it on or whatever. I felt like Lisa just wanted to argue with her, which I don't really care about because we need that for the show. But I wouldn't have gave a fuck what her ass did because she honestly looked a mess in that blue superhero outfit that she had on. It was just not cute. It was not cute at all. So then they get out there to go ski, and Caroline and Sergio come out after everybody had been waiting on them. And Lisa was like, we don't have to wait on her. But she finally comes out, and then she was like, I'm not gonna ski. And she says in her confessional that she's not going to ski on no baby slope when she skied all around the world. She only came to have fun and meet Phaedra. Girl, I don't like people like that want to come to people's shit and be a party pooper. Why did you come then? Hell, you could have met Phaedra on FaceTime if that was the case. Girl, like, why are you here if you're not going to participate in anything, and then you're going to come with a stank ass attitude? So, yeah, I wasn't feeling Stanberry at all in this scene. So it's the day of Ayan's birthday dinner, and everyone arrives at the restaurant. I have to say once again, Lisa knocks it out the park in this orange ensemble with these like parachute sleeves, giving me life with her Chinese cut bang and the top knot, makeup on point. Everything was just on point. Caroline arrived in orange as well. I know that pissed Lisa off, and probably Caroline as well. Caroline looked really good and everything. I loved her look as well. She spoke, but you know, Lisa was like, bitch, like I ain't really got shit for you. So Ayan and her son arrived together, and of course Ayan looks stunning. I mean, this lady is just magnificent. Her son's birthday is actually the next day. He could have been born on her birthday, but he arrived 4 hours late. And she was talking to him about, you know, the fact that he's her best friend and he don't need no other friends but her. I was like, she sounds just like me with Kyrie. When you are a boy mom and you only got one kid, like Ayan and I do, that is how you are with your son. Like, Kyrese is my best friend. Like, that's my homie. So I understood where she was coming from with that. So everybody's at the table, sitting down, eating, laughing, talking, drinking, and all of that stuff. And Ayan asked Lisa about the goat, and she was like, child, this goat ain't gonna worry me. So Brooks was like, hold up, why did she get a goat and all I got was lemons? Because, you know, it's custom in Ayan's culture to bring a gift to somebody. And Caroline was like, well, at least you got something. I didn't get anything. I got nothing. And she was like, wasn't that very telling? And so Ayan like made this face like, bitch, like, the fuck? I thought we was like starting over. And see, this is the problem with Stanberry. She like to say little slick shit like that. Like, that wasn't even necessary. Ooh, she didn't bring you something that you probably would have threw away at the end of the day anyway. And Ayan in her confessional was like, the best thing I could have brought her was nothing. So yeah, that was very telling. So then Caroline and Sergio get to talking about their wedding, and Sergio tells everybody that their parents will actually be meeting for the first time a few days before the wedding. And Caroline was like, oh my God, it's just going to be hectic. It's going to just be a madhouse. Like, she rolling her eyes and everything. And Nina was like, you know, well, my door is always open, you know, just being, you know, nice, saying something, being funny. And Caroline was like, well, he'll be at your house with his mother. And I'm like, damn, like, she is being such a bitch, and he just sitting there taking it like the wounded dog he is, looking like he about to cry at any fucking moment. I'm like, why are you with this lady? She treats you like shit, literally treats you like shit, like you are nothing but like a rag doll to her. Like, she could never try that shit with her ex-husband. And so I'm like, why is he allowing this old bitch to treat him like that? And so I'm like, you just dogging this man mama and everything, and to his face. So then Caroline goes on to say that she refuses to stay with their parents the 2 nights before their wedding. She was like, I'm a grown woman. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to stay in no house with my parents the night before my wedding. I'm not about to do that. And so Nina and Sergio are both coming from the aspect of, this is his first wedding. You know, you've been married before. And then that's just out of respect. Like, you have never even been around his family for real. His family and your family have been around each other for real. Now, granted, let's not forget the fact that his family did not want him to marry her. So I can understand where Caroline would be feeling some type of way, like, these people didn't even want you to marry me, especially your father. He tried to pay you off from marrying me. So yeah, I'll be feeling some type of way. But at the end of the day, if you're marrying this man and you know this is important to him, that's the least that you can fucking do, and you ain't got to be a bitch about it. So she was like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm just not. So Nina is trying to talk some sense into her and was like, you know, these are, you know, marital traditions that you have to do. And Caroline was like, I didn't even want to get married. I'm like, damn, bitch. Like, little boy, go and be the gay man that you want to be, because ain't no way in hell you should be treated like this by anybody. I don't give a fuck who it is. Like, this lady is literally the worst. So Caroline continues to be the selfish brat that she is, and goes on to say that she has friends coming in from LA that she should sit with, not his parents. And I'm like, are you listening to yourself? You're acting like a spoiled teenager that's not getting her way. And she goes on to say that she only speaks to her parents twice a year, and she's not interested in staying at home with their parents before the wedding. She want to go party with her friends. Like, girl, are you having a midlife crisis or something? That's why you trying to marry this 12-year-old, and you dressing like Britney Spears in 2002 and on your hit me baby one more time type shit, and you trying to go to the club and dress like your daughter. Like, what is going on with you? Like, obviously, like, you going through menopause or something, and you're trying to backtrack, and I don't understand what is going on. Like, she is just being so irrational, so mean. And you know, the cake and stuff then comes out for Ayan and her son, so she was like, good, finally a distraction. And Sergio just sitting there once again looking like he belonged in a Hallmark commercial. Poor thing. Now I see why his father tried to pay him off from marrying her, because they are not equally yoked at all. And she is a bully. She likes to bully him and control the narrative. Child, no. And then we see Ayan state that she didn't even celebrate her birthday until she was 18 years old. So that's why she loves her birthday so much now, as, you know, a grown woman. And then she also really doesn't even know her age, because she was born in a village. So she says in her village she's 35, but in her US ID or whatever, she's 40. So she don't even really know how old she is, which is crazy to me. But overall, tonight's episode was really good. I give it an A. Like, Stanberry gotta go. I don't like her and her nasty ass attitude at all. She can get out of here with that. Continuously loving Lisa and Ayan. Loved Nina this episode. Sarah ain't really bringing nothing to the show. I guess next week she's supposed to like up it up some, but like, she's just there. Like, she really hasn't brought anything. She really hasn't gotten into the mix at all. So I'm gonna need for her to step it up or get replaced by next season by Phaedra or something. Let me know what you guys thought about tonight's episode down below in the comment section. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button, you guys. I love you so much, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.